इसको हटाएंगे ऐसे इसको मेरे ख्याल से whenever we are
That's it.
we can do one thing for this if we don't do it from
Good evening. Welcome to a special edition of the Community Talk Show. I'm your host, Mohammed Amin. This evening we've got a number of special guests in our studio, and we will give an opportunity to discuss a number of issues and also forthcoming events. And we always say on our Radio Aapke Awaaz, www.aapkeawaaz.co.uk, that this is a radio station for the community, and without the participation of the community, we will not be able to deliver these community talk show. Without further ado, I will ask my two guests to introduce themselves, and then we will carry on with the proceedings of this evening's show. Good evening, welcome to my show. Please introduce yourself, and we'll have a conversation this evening.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tamwistha Sarkar. I'm a teaching assistant in St. Alfred's school, and I love my roots, and I love to represent my Bengali culture and Indian culture and the culture that we grew up with. Thank you.
hello everyone, hello all sort of listeners of this channel. My name is Shantanu Mukherjee, and I live in Solihull. I am a business owner and work in Solihull as well. Today I am here to represent our community organization, which is Solihull Sarbojonin, and would love to tell more about the organization as well as the forthcoming event that we are planning. So keep listening, and hopefully you will find it interesting.
So before we discuss your forthcoming event on the 1st of October and the 2nd of October, I'm led to believe, give me a brief history of why there was a need to set up Solihull Sarbojonin, and what does it mean?
Thank you, Amin ji. काफी important question है ये कि why did we feel the need to set up Solihull Sarbojonin? So the word itself, Solihull obviously is the place.
जी.
और Sarbojonin means inclusivity. So सबके साथ सबके बीच, ये हमारा मोटो है. और हमें लगता था कि सोलिहल में ऐसा कोई कम्युनिटी फोरम स्पेसिफिकली एशियन या बांग्लादेशी या बंगालीज डायस्पोरा ने कभी शुरू नहीं किया था. So there was a gap, and that was the reason why we thought it will be a good idea to bring the community together. और हम लोगों ने ये कोशिश किया, but did not want to limit or restrict the community from participating. So we have kept it open for everyone. And the idea is quite noble, and we would like to organize and host events which actually reflects wider diaspora than only the people who have founded it. तो ये सबके लिए हमारा वेलकम है. आइए हमारे साथ सेलिब्रेट कीजिए और हम लोगों को प्रोत्साहन दीजिए.
जैसे आपने बात की है ना कि बंगाली डायस्पोरा इंडियन भी हो सकते हैं, पाकिस्तान भी हो सकते हैं, बांग्लादेश भी हो सकते हैं. थोड़ी जी ज़्यादा एलाबोरेट करें कि inclusivity का ये माना है to bring all the ethnicities together?
Absolutely. तो इसीलिए हम लोगों ने अपना मोटो ही ये रखा है कि सबके साथ और सबके बीच. तो वहाँ पे ये हालांकि फॉर्मेशन एक ग्रुप ने किया है.
अच्छा.
However, जैसे हम लोग ये इवेंट जो प्लान कर रहे हैं फोर्थकमिंग, इसमें हमारे अलावा various ethnicity, right from northern part of Asia, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, southern part of India, सब जगह से लोग participate कर रहे हैं. उसमें various religions, Muslims are also participating with us. You have South Indian people, you have Hindus, you have Bengalis, all kind of various kind of people are participating because there is no foundation. सेलिब्रेशन सबके लिए सेम होता है, चाहे इवेंट कोई भी हो.
And is this a cultural celebration?
I'll take that.
जी
It's including everything. ये कल्चरल तो है ही, क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, उनका जो है particular this one Durga Puja. It's a festival, Bengali's biggest festival. तो इसमें मोस्टली वी गना पूजा ही करेंगे हम मोस्टली. लेकिन हमारे जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, हमारा जो मोटो है, वो थोड़ा सा ये भी है कि हमारे जो बच्चे हैं उनको अपने रूट के साथ जो कनेक्शन है वो हम दिखा सके. हमने जैसे हमारे बचपन में जिया है, कहीं पे डांस किया या गाना गाया, जितना भी छोटा हो कुछ हो, प्लस ये जो फेस्टिवल हमारे होते थे उनमें जो पार्टिसिपेशन, इट्स अ डिफरेंट लेवल ऑफ जॉय एंड इट्स गिव्स यू सच अ प्लेजर लाइक. सो हमारे बच्चों को भी वो पता चले, इसी हिसाब से हमने हमारा जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उस पे हमने ध्यान दिया है. पर्टिकुलर इसमें हमारे बच्चे और बाकी जो भी इंटरेस्टेड है, हमने सबको बोला है कि यू कैन पार्टिसिपेट. सो इट कुड बी एनीथिंग, अ डांस और प्रोबब्ली अ रिसाइटेशन और एनीथिंग. सो बट दिस particular Durga Puja is we are focusing on the prayer to God, but it's open. This organization is open for to cherish the cultural side as well.
Vaisab, you just wanted to come in?
Yeah, I want to elaborate a little bit on this. So, हालांकि रिलीजियस है, पर दुर्गा पूजा एक ऐसा सेलिब्रेशन है जो कि यूनेस्को, विच इज यूनाइटेड नेशंस एजुकेशनल, साइंटिफिक एंड कल्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वो अप्रूव कर चुका है कि यूनेस्को इसको एक हेरिटेज मानता है. तो इससे ये साफ पता पड़ता है कि ये हर चीज को, एजुकेशन, साइंस, कल्चर, सबको साथ लेके आता है. सो इट्स अ फेस्टिवल बट इट रिफ्लेक्ट्स मल्टीट्यूड ऑफ थिंग्स. ये सीमित नहीं है, ये इंक्लूसिव है, बहुत चीजों को लेकर बनता है.
जैसे आप बात की है ना, हमारे जो है ना बच्चे इस मुल्क में पैदा हुए, इस मुल्क के माहौल में चल रहे हैं, आप क्या समझते हैं कि कल्चरली इम्पोर्टेंट है थोड़ा सा अपना कल्चर उनको बताना?
देखिए, सबका एक रूट होता है. तो वो लोग इस मुल्क में पैदा हुए, यहाँ पे बड़े हो रहे हैं, यहाँ पे स्कूल जाते हैं, यहाँ का कल्चर वो लोग सीखते ही हैं. हाउएवर क्या होता है कि कभी कभी हम लोग जब हॉलीडेज पे अपने घर जाते हैं, वापस अपने मुल्क जाते हैं, क्योंकि ये लोग फर्स्ट जनरेशन नहीं है, सेकेंड जनरेशन, तो हमारा रूट तो उधर ही है. तो जब जाते हैं तो दे सो दैट दे डू नॉट फाइंड देमसेल्व्स आउट ऑफ प्लेस, उनको वो एक्सपोजर मिलना बहुत जरूरी है. कम या ज्यादा कैसा भी हो, कितना अडॉप्ट करते हैं ये बच्चों के ऊपर है, पर आई थिंक इट्स रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द पेरेंट्स टू गिव देम that outlook, that exposure to the culture, so that they know they understand their parents better and the family gels well.
बिल्कुल. और लाइक हम अगर उनको नहीं सिखाएंगे तो कौन सिखाएगा? We have to give them the platform to enjoy our culture. If they don't enjoy it, we can't force what we enjoyed. हम उनको ये नहीं बोल सकते कि आपको तो सीखना ही है और आपको तो जानना ही है. हमको उनको दिखाना है कि इफ यू डू दिस यू ऑल्सो हैविंग फन. जैसे ही उनको मजा आ जाएगा, उनको फिर उसमें इंटरेस्ट आएगा, एंड देन दे विल नो इट विथ हैप्पीनेस. सो दैट्स द मेन थिंग. उनको ऐसे जबरदस्ती नहीं हो सकता है.
And what do you find with the age groups? Do you find there's certain age groups that you introduce that, or do you find that at teenage age is that a bit too late? What age do you find it's important to introduce that?
I would say, as a mother of two sons, I would say जितनी जल्दी हो सके उतना बेटर है, बिकॉज उनके लिए भी इतना आसान नहीं होता है. वो लोग इस देश में बड़े होते हैं, यहाँ के कल्चर एडप्ट करना, मैं तो बोलूँगी ज़्यादा नेसेसरी है उनके लाइफ के लिए. So you can't blame them if they are not interested. But if you start really early, like I can talk about my son, he can speak Bengali really fluently. Okay, so if you start really early, I think, and you have to show them that you are also interested. You are also keen to tell them about your history. You are keen to introduce them with your culture. Then I think easily उनको भी आ जाता है, क्योंकि आफ्टर ऑल हम फैमिली मेंबर्स ज़्यादा, तो जब भी हम जाते हैं वहाँ पे तो उनको दादा दादी नाना नानी उनका प्यार मिलता है, सो दे आर कनेक्टेड टू आवर रूट्स. बट इट्स कभी भी लेट नहीं होता है. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट कि अब टीनेजर हो गए, बट इफ यू कैन show them the way, they will always find their way. So,
Like I said, you've mixed with different organizations, different individuals. There is some factual evidence that if you bring in your mother language at an early stage and English at an early stage, as the children proceed throughout their life, they get those valuable skills. What would you say with your experience, the people you've dealt with?
I think it's important. देखिए यहाँ पे फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज इज इंग्लिश, तो वो तो नेचुरली सीखी जाती है. उसके लिए कोई खास मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इट्स अ नेचुरल फ्लो. हाउएवर बच्चे अगर स्कूल जाते हैं तो वो यूरोपियन लैंग्वेजेस भी सीखते हैं, तो व्हाई नॉट देयर ओरिजिनल मदर टंग और नेटिव लैंग्वेज एज वेल. तो इसीलिए ये जरूरी है. और इससे व्हाट आई फील पर्सनली वर्किंग विद अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, लॉट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, कि हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में नाउअडेज एज यू नो देयर इज अ फोकस ऑन इंक्लूसिविटी एंड डाइवर्सिटी. तो हर तरीके के, हर एथनिसिटी के, हर रिलीजन के, हर जियोग्राफी के लोग वहां होते हैं. आपका जब वो लोग करियर शुरू करेंगे आपके बच्चे, तो वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट में जाएंगे या काम करेंगे, उनको हर तरीके के लोगों के साथ उठना बैठना पड़ेगा, डील करना पड़ेगा. तो अगर आप म्यूचुअल रेस्पेक्ट, किसी कल्चर को जानते हैं, किसी लैंग्वेज को समझते हैं, म्यूचुअल रेस्पेक्ट अपने आप क्रिएट होता है. वो अगर करेंगे तो योर एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी विद इन द इंडस्ट्री विल बी लॉट हायर. आपका नेटवर्क बढ़ेगा, फ्रेंड्स बढ़ेंगे, एंड यू विल बी लाइक मोर ओपन माइंडेड इन अ वे.
And because I work in a school as well, so I have seen kids adapting other culture like just like that. बच्चे बहुत ज़्यादा अडेप्टिव होते हैं. उनको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आपका स्किन कलर क्या है, कौन से लैंग्वेज आप बोल रहे हो. उनको हम सिखाते हैं, जो भी सिखाते हैं. तो सो इफ यू like give them the opportunity to mingle with different culture, it gives them so much extra power to their future that like it's unbelievable.
There's just English में कहते हैं ना, life skills.
Yeah.
So those life skills you can't just pick up. If you integrate with people, integrate with cultures, you learn about those life skills, and that's what you do in teaching.
Yes, you learn to respect people. That's what you learn from mixing with other culture, knowing about other culture. You learn to respect every culture, every human being. So that's really important.
And also, whilst not touching religion specifically, what you don't realize is that you may be of one ethnic group, you may have a common denominator with religion, but ethnicity, you could be, as we've mentioned in the beginning, you could be Indian Bengali, Bangladesh Bengali, Pakistan Bengali as well. So this is where you think, well, hang on a minute, but that's the way in South Asian countries work, and you have to understand and adapt to those cultures.
Exactly, because we can't think the world as our own coop, like we are living in a small like circle. It's open to everybody, and if we don't like understand that, it's really difficult. Today's world, like, you can't be so in Bengali we have a very thing sayings like kurban. So it's like those frogs that lives in a well, they never understand the outer world.
Yeah.
So you have to open your mind. You have to go out.
Those are in their own little cocoon. They don't realize what's happening in the outside world. So you have to spread your wings.
Exactly.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to ask you about the Durga Puja, just give me, our listeners, a bit of an explanation about what happens and how does the event pan out over the couple of days.
Okay. I'm going to tell you about the Durga Puja. It's very basic, very simple thing. It's basically a girl who is married, who have four kids, 2 boy, 2 girl. She's coming back to her parental house, okay, for 5 days. Mm-hmm. And we are just enjoying that. That's the basic of Durga Puja. She, obviously, Durga is a form of power. She obviously conquers some demon who was trying to, that's the mythical story. But basically, we are enjoying the return of our own daughter coming home. That's how it started. There's a different story though behind this, and if we go with all those are long stories, because there's a different stories about Durga, how it formed, what she did, and there's different ways of doing Durga Puja. Obviously, every culture there's different ways of doing things, but basically it's like coming people together, celebrating 5 days of happiness. And if Shantanu want to add something to it.
Sorry, if only one thing I would like to add is, again, Durga Puja is not restricted to only Bengalis. So what Tanvi said is probably the Bengali version of Durga Puja, which is again a form of it. However, if you go to other parts of the country in India or in Bangladesh or wherever, I think people also celebrate the 9 days of Navadurga. So that is also Durga Utsav. But they celebrate the various forms of the same goddess power. Then you have got Shakti, you've got Matri, you've got all that kind of thing. So various forms or manifestations of the god are celebrated on across 9 days. So it's like, again, various kind of celebration for the same occasion.
So in the UK, how do you pan that out over 5 days? Can you say, I have a day off Friday, I don't work Saturdays, Sundays, I can do that, but during the week, how do you pan it out?
Generally speaking, it is sort of like, it depends on the planetary motions and all. And there is a science behind it. So generally we go by our almanac, which describes which date we should do what kind of activity.
So is that why the 1st and the 2nd, is that significance? 1st and 2nd October?
There is some significance, but we also improvise because of people coming together, their availability of the venue. So you need to improvise, but everything has got a religious touch.
There's a religious back.
However, it's not restricted by it.
So the 1st and 2nd, by my diary, forms on a Saturday and a Sunday. But
correct.
But there is a religious significance, but you have to get it as close as you can to accommodate as many people as you can, and that's why it's done.
So that people can come together. नहीं तो working day पे अगर सब कुछ होगा तो हो सकता है कि people may not be able to attend.
That's the problem. So can people? Are they restricted to coming in and spending all day, or can they pan out a certain part of the day? How does that work?
Basically, there are a few parts of it. When we do these kind of celebration or festivals, there will be continuous chanting, puja, all that kind of thing will be going on. The veneration will be going on constantly. So various kind of activities are planned throughout the day.
Right.
People can choose to stay for the whole day, spend time with us. They're free to do so. Otherwise, they can choose to come and drop in at the right time when they want to, when it suits them. But overall, we try to accommodate people with multiple different kind of things, including prasad over there, so that people can come and enjoy share some meal with us as well. All that kind of activity will be packed throughout the day.
And that's why, like on your promotion, you've got a couple of timings set out. Then, okay. So if certain people want to take part, they can only take part in certain timings.
Correct.
Yes, it's up to them what is preferable for them.
And do you find mothers and children come at a certain part of the day, or do they like take part in the whole event?
In the whole event, I would say, depending on the days though, because we are doing it on Saturday and Sunday, so I'm hoping dads also, all the dads welcome them, because but nowadays everybody is working, so it's basically the whole family coming together, and these festivals giving you chance to एक साथ आने का इससे बड़ा और तो कुछ हो नहीं सकता ना. बाकी जगह पे हम we can choose, okay, चलो मम्मी गई, पापा नहीं गए, but these type of festival are the place where you should come together as a family, and we are ready to welcome to come as a family and enjoy with us. There's quite flexible time that we have, so come anytime.
जैसे अभी बताया था जो बच्चे साथ ना लाएंगे तो बच्चों को क्या पता चलेगा क्या उनका कल्चरल है, क्या उनका एथनिक हेरिटेज क्या है.
मैं तो बोलूंगी ज्यादातर बच्चों को आप प्लीज साथ में लाए, उनको दिखाए कि हाउ रिच आवर कल्चर इज. तो अगर वो देखेंगे तो उनको अच्छा लगेगा, उनको भी पता चलेगा कि यस दिस इज दिस फेस्टिवल और whatever that goddesses is, और कुछ भी हो रहा है उसका थोड़ा सा बताइए, उनको स्टोरीज बताइए, उनको सिखाइए क्या होता है, और obviously bring them together, and then they will learn, and then they will feel interested. Then they will learn basically.
And as we discussed earlier on, there is a significant story behind it, and the whole idea is basically to embrace that culture, but to make sure that culture is not forgotten about, and to enlighten the children and the people who've become disfranchised with it. Do you find that there are people who have become disfranchised in the UK because they're not back home, or do they still are strict, and do they still obey it?
I would say we are all really connected to our roots, and we have seen other people as well.
That's good.
And that's how probably we all, different families, came together, and the idea of Solihull Sarbojonin started from there, that we wanted to teach our children
to remain connected with your roots.
Connected, and
that's good.
We felt connected to our roots. That's why we felt like let's
important to do it.
Yes,
thank you. That's good to know. And then with the events on the 1st and the 2nd of October, I've seen your timetable, and I've seen your schedules. They start on the 1st. Explain to me what happens on the 1st. Give me a quick rundown what happens on the 1st of October.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about that. Basically, from Saturday morning, there's obviously two different side of it. One is the totally religion side of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about that as well. But our proper plan wise, like we're going to set it up, and then we're going to prepare for the puja, and then the most of the timing when people can come and join the puja for itself, and then there is time for prasad. You can come, you obviously please come and enjoy the food with us. And there's something in our timetable as well that telling them that the ritual side of it, like when we're gonna do the first ritual that start the Durga Puja itself, it's called Navapotrika Snan. So it's about the beginning of the festival. It's on the day of the 7th day of the that Shantanu said that some part of India they celebrated 10 days. So that's how it is. And then after that, it's on the 7th day we have some puja, but we are compiling everything in 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
2 days, but we are doing each puja separately, and we try to do in proper timing, that there's the good timing according to we tried, like हमने कोशिश की है जितना भी बेसिक उस हिसाब से हम कर सकते हैं, हमने कोशिश की है उस हिसाब से। सप्तमी की पूजा है, अष्टमी की है, नवमी and दशमी as we planned. Do you have to add anything?
जैसा कि तन्वी ने बोला, हर दिन का एक अलग सिग्निफिकेंस है। तो माँ का पूजा हर दिन डिफरेंट तरीके से होता है, विच इज नाउ पैक्ड इनटू 2। इसमें दशमी इज क्वाइट इम्पोर्टेंट एज वेल, जो कि अपार्ट फ्रॉम बंगाली अलग एथनिसिटी बैकग्राउंड के लोग भी सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। ये विजयदशमी हम बोलते हैं, ये दशहरा बोलते हैं बाकी लोग। तो वहां पे कुछ लोग उसको डिफरेंट तरीके से सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, पर है कॉन्सेप्ट वही है कि
हमेशा जो होता है ना, जैसे आपने बताया ना कि जो है ना बंगाली इंडिया में, बंगाली बांग्लादेश में, इवन इंडिया में डिफरेंट रीजन्स में जो ना मामूली जो है ना एथनिसिटी में फर्क होता है ना।
जैसे शांतनु बोल रहे थे, दशहरे बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज जो इविल पावर है उसका खत्म होना, और उसके ऊपर जो शक्ति जो माँ है, and she is basically preventing us from those. That's the basic idea. जैसे दशहरे के दिन रावण जो होता है सबको पता है, सो रावण दहन जिसको बोलते हैं वो होता है किसी some parts of India, northern part of India. We call it Vijayadashami. Basically, she's going back to her home, and we do celebrate it as a like, okay, let's come back again next year. On that hope, on that note, we finished our Durga Puja. So it's the 10 days of celebration of good over evil, basically.
And that's where you bring in the celebrations of happiness and enjoyment, and this is where you offer blessings, and obviously you got puja going on in the background as well as constantly.
Yeah.
Acha, we talked about the event that's happening on the 1st and the 2nd of October. Just give me obviously I got the details, but it's nice if you explain the location and what are parking facilities like around there.
Yeah, I'll take that. So guests who are planning to visit us, we are celebrating this event in the Women's Association venue in Solihull, right in the heart of Solihull. तो इसको ढूंढने में कुछ ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है, बिकॉज कोई भी अगर सोलिहल टाउन में आता है तो वहां पे हाउस ऑफ फ्रेजर है, मॉरिसन है। आप उधर पे अगर आते हैं और जस्ट अक्रॉस द रोड आप देखेंगे तो सोलिहल वुमेन्स इंस्टीट्यूट उधर ही है, अक्रॉस द रोड। आसपास काफी सारे पेड पार्किंग है। मॉरिसन्स में आप कुछ देर तक 90 मिनट्स तक यू कैन पार्क फॉर फ्री, काफी बड़ा पार्किंग है। तो वेन्यू के आसपास मतलब पब्लिक डिमांड पर काफी कुछ बनाया गया है, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी वेल मेंटेन्ड।
मेरे ख्याल में वो मेल स्क्वायर है ना, वो पार्किंग है
जस्ट ऑपोजिट द मेल स्क्वायर पार्किंग। तो पार्किंग का कोई लिमिटेशन नहीं है, काफी अवेलेबिलिटी है और सब कुछ है फैसिलिटी वाइज। अगर आपको थोड़ा टाउन में पूजा एंजॉय करते करते टाउन में घूम के भी आना है तो आप जाके कुछ देर तक घूम के आ सकते हैं फैमिली के साथ। इट विल बी नाइस डे आउट विद एवरीवन इन योर फैमिली।
And it's easy venue to get to M42, M40, M42. It's easy, and the A41, Warwick Road. It's straight in, and the Solihull town centre. It's actually designed for ease and convenience, and it's easy to get to.
Absolutely. But मैं यहाँ पे एक चीज ऐड करना चाहूँगा. Thank you for reminding of M42 because there are planned roadworks.
I was going to say that.
Solihull entrance के समय आपको junction 5 लेना है to get into Solihull. However, our viewers over here should also check the motorway functioning or not, because M42 पे planned works हैं between junction 5 and 6 over that weekend. और वो क्लोज रहेगा. तो कोई भी अगर सोलिहल आ रहे हैं फ्रॉम द नॉर्थ स्पेशली, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट देम टू लीव जंक्शन 6 एंड देन टेक द इनर रोड्स टू कम इनटू सोलिहल.
I think the M42 junction 6 from memory, I think it's the A45. I think it's the Coventry Road. And then you just follow the signs to Solihull, and then, to be honest with you, it's probably easier to get through the back end that way. But yeah, thank you for that reminder. And then the starting time on the Saturday. What did we say? What's the start time on the Saturday morning?
It's as we said. It's
I think on your program
10. The 7 is, I think, it's too early, and I am saying it's too early because that's a small puja. That's we don't expecting much people there. But from 10, we are happy to welcome anyone there. We are ready. So from 10, you can come and join for the puja, because we need quite a bit of help as well, as you can understand.
Help for setting up and
help setting up, and there's a lot to do when a puja happening. And as you can understand, this is our first time doing it. So we'll be happy if someone decided to come, and they can contact us beforehand, and we're going to tell them more about it.
If anybody who's listening to our program live, listening to our recording, wants to know more, where can they find out more about the contact numbers? Like to give some mobile numbers out?
Yes, there is some mobile number in we have a Facebook page, we have Instagram, and we have, so if you can contact us there. One of us will be always ready to give you more information.
And moving forward, what do you aim to do by having this event on a regular basis? What do you aim to do with?
So this is not going to be a one-off thing. तो मैं ये बोलना चाहूँगा हमारे व्यूअर्स को कि सोलिहल सार्वजनीन जब से फॉर्म हुआ है लास्ट ईयर, एक साल हो गया. ये हमारा तीसरा कम्युनिटी इवेंट है. We try to engage with the community and, as we said, spread the cultural sort of outreach to our young ones and rest of the community. हम लोग various kind of events करते हैं, क्योंकि अगर एक तरीके की events करेंगे तो हो सकता है हर कोई interested ना हो. तो हमारा एक जो पहला event था वो सबको लेकर एक पब बेस्ड सेलिब्रेशन था. जहाँ पे गाना बजाना अंताक्षरी ये सब हुआ, तो कल्चरल था. उसके बाद हम लोगों ने बैसाखी सेलिब्रेट किया, जो कि बंगाली फेस्टिवल नहीं है.
I was just going to say, Baisakhi is not a Bengali festival.
But that's what we say. We are promoting inclusivity and diversity. तो हम लोग वेरियस ओकेशंस ऐसे चूज करते हैं, और हमारा एक इवेंट कैलेंडर है जो कि हम लोगों ने सोलिहल में भी थोड़ा प्रमोट किया है. हमारे जो वहाँ के लोकल काउंसलर्स हैं उन लोगों के साथ बातचीत कर रहे हैं. We want to have constant engagement every 2-3 months with the community through various such events, not necessarily a Bengali festival in that case. तो जैसा हम लोगों को सुविधा मिलेगा या जैसा प्रमोट करेंगे लोग और डिमांड करेंगे हमसे, we are more than happy, and we need encouragement to include more ethnicity, more religions into it.
And do you find that in Solihull there's a greater Indian Bengali population?
Yeah. In Solihull,
or the suburbs in Hall Green, Shirley?
There's quite a lot of Bengali population there. Not only Indian Bengali, there's Bangladeshi Bengali all over those places. Bangladeshi Bengali बहुत सारे लोग हैं. But having said that, even in Solihull, because I know, because I'm working in a school, so I see people coming and going every day. There's a lot of people from like Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, different part of India as well, and when you are out of your country, you are not that, what do you say, उतना हम इंडिया पाकिस्तान बांग्लादेश नहीं सोचते हैं.
जी जी
हम हमारा सोचना भी काफी डिफरेंट हो जाता
है ना.
काफी डिफरेंट हो जाता है. हम अपने लोग ढूंढते हैं, और अपने लोग कौन है? जो कोई भी बांग्लादेश से भी आए, पाकिस्तान से भी आए, इंडिया से भी आए. So there's quite a lot of people who shown interest, and as we told you, and we are telling every listener that please do come. Whether you are Indian from different part of India, you don't have to be Bengali. And Bangladeshi, I know quite a lot of people called me who are from Bangladesh, and I said, please come. And we are telling every ethnicity, every faith, that this is a celebration of happiness, and we all should do it together.
And it's embracing culture, embracing ethnicity, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Right, we're coming up towards the end of my program here. This evening we've been doing a special discussion on the forthcoming Durga Pooja in Solihull on the 1st and the 2nd of October 2022 at the Solihull Women Institute at 745 Warwick Road, and the postcode is B913DQ, and it's enlightened me as well, because we've been discussing about different cultures, different communities, and the whole idea of these talk shows are to embrace culture and inform people of different cultural events that are taking place in and around the Birmingham conurbation, and Solihull is only just down the road. And but I was all intrigued to know about this first Durga Puja as well. So it's definitely enlightened me, and I hope you all enjoyed listening into our program. If there are any questions, please make some comments, and I'll gladly share them with my guest. Abaisab, back to you. The business community, how are they taking this integration, inclusivity that we discussed? Have you had much response from the local authority, different aspects of the local authority?
We have made an attempt to reach out. This is our first big kind of a celebration or event that we are pulling up. So I'm hoping there will be some dignitaries attending the event. Especially we are inviting guests to come and say do the opening ceremony of the event, etc. ये definitely एक first step है जो awareness बढ़ाएगा local community में. The next step is we have formalized the organization in a way where we can take it to the local authorities to present and put up a sort of strong case of why they should be supporting such events and such organizations more. बिजनेस कम्युनिटी की अगर बात करें तो वी आर एक्टिवली टॉकिंग टू पीपल. कुछ हमारे स्पॉन्सर्स भी हैं इस इवेंट के लिए, सो थैंक यू वेरी मच हु ऑल हैव स्पॉन्सर्ड. वो हम लोग जब एक अपना ई मैगजीन पब्लिश करेंगे उसमें स्पॉन्सर्स आपको दिखेंगे जिन लोगों ने हमारे साथ दिया है इस इवेंट के लिए, फ्रॉम वेरियस ग्रुप्स, सो लाइक लोकल शॉप्स, लोकल बिजनेस ओनर्स, health clinics, all that kind of businesses. So they recognize the importance is उनको भी लगता है कि नहीं, it's a good move, it's a good first step. Local authorities, yes, not yet I would say engaged at the moment, but there is a very positive pull towards them. We have already presented our case to them.
जैसे बात की है ना local authority के, it's important you present your case to them, but it's important for the local authority, the local schools, local hospitals to engage, to understand. And at the end of the day, if they understand, they'll be able to deliver the services to their community a lot more effectively.
Absolutely.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
It's a win-win for everyone because in effect we are helping them to do their job,
That's
to
right.
spread harmony and
That's
culture in the community.
That's right. We're coming towards the end of our slot this evening. Just what I would say is let's just recap. Quick overview of the Durga Puja, quick overview of your message to the community. Say it in English and Hindi as well. What would you like the community to do on that day?
Yeah, I will say it first, and I want Shantanu to finish it. We basically want to welcome everyone. That is our motto, and we will make sure that no one there standing alone. We will welcome everybody with an open hand, open heart. Sabko aana hai, no matter which ethnicity you are, which background you are from. Please do come to our pujo and tell us how we can. इससे ज़्यादा हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हमें सिखाइए, हमें बोलिए. We need help as well. So please guide us and please do come. Thank you.
Paisab, same question to you. What would you like to say for people who are interested, like to know more, but they're just in that, they can't make their minds up? What would you entice them to come in?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं ये बोलूंगा, ये एक फेस्टिवल है, सेलिब्रेशन है, खुशी का मौका है. तो कीप इट सिंपल. जो सबसे अच्छे कपड़े हैं वो निकालिए, पहनिए और हमारे साथ आइए. इमर्स योरसेल्फ इन द सेलिब्रेशंस. हमें हेल्प करिए, हमें इवेंट को और अच्छा बनाने में हमारी मदद करिए. पॉजिटिव कमेंट्स ताकि हमें मिल सके सबसे. और एंजॉय करिए अपने फैमिली के साथ. इट्स अ फैमिली टाइम. इट्स ऑल्सो अ टाइम टू नेटवर्क विद पीपल. नए लोगों को जानिए, आपके आसपास कौन रहते हैं उनसे मिलिए. आप जो दूर दूर से आ रहे हैं उनको अपना गेस्ट समझ के, आप अपना समझ के उनको वेलकम करिए और फेस्टिवल का मजा लीजिए. लेट्स कीप इट सिंपल. आई डोंट वांट टू कॉम्प्लिकेट थिंग्स व्हेन यू आर सेलिब्रेटिंग समथिंग.
And that's always important when you want to celebrate. You have a common denominator and you forget the complicated issues and what have you. But let's celebrate, and that makes life easy, doesn't it? And then everybody goes away with the whole idea of enjoying the event and enjoying the 2-day event. The 2-day event, again, as we discussed, people can take time, whether they want to come in the morning, in the afternoon, or do they take part in part of the event. But again, it's all about taking part, isn't it?
Absolutely. और it serves the motto of the event as well. जैसे कि तन्वी ने पहले भी बोला था कि it's the victory of good over evil. तो जब आप हैप्पी रहेंगे, जॉयस रहेंगे, सब पॉजिटिविटी रहेगा, तो नेगेटिव फीलिंग अपने आप निकल जाएंगे. सो पहले अपने ऊपर अगर आपने कंट्रोल पा लिया, so the world is a much better place to live, isn't it? So
and then you don't realize that you may have a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety at home, a lot of personal problems at home. But when you go to any event, 1 hour, 2 hours, you switch off and suddenly you come back so relaxed. Exactly. And whilst that problem is still there in the background, you're a lot stronger to tackle it and a lot stronger to challenge it.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I would say this is another reason कि हमें ऐसे program और ऐसे community event और करना चाहिए, because we are away from our country. यहाँ पे ना तो कोई मामा के घर जाना है, ना तो कोई चाचा के घर जाना है. हमारे बच्चों को ना तो ग्रैंड माँ की वो मिलती है जो हमें मिलता था. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमारे जैसे सॉलिहुल सार्वजनिक जैसे या भी और भी जो है, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एवरी. सो ये यहीं पे एक वो टाइम होता है कि हम सब भूल के वो सेलिब्रेट करें, जो मतलब हमें थोड़ा सा पीस ऑफ माइंड. एंड आई थिंक इट्स मेक्स आवर माइंड even broader, like हमारे सोच भी, और हम 10 लोगों से बात करेंगे तो हमारा माइंडसेट भी बहुत कितना जानना होता है. किसी की बिजनेस, जैसे businessman के लिए भी, you will see more opportunities there, and for families you will find more friends there. So it's a big gathering.
But you know, a lot of these networking events, you don't realize you may meet somebody who is interested to go into teaching, for argument's sake, but they want you to speak to somebody,
Yes.
and suddenly, you're there. Somebody who wants to set up a management consultancy, but is struggling. Baisab is there, and you don't realize that you know networks and you know people, and you can say, yeah, I met somebody, I can put you in touch with somebody. And suddenly, just by attending these events, doors open for you.
Yes, 100%. Even for the kids, because our kids here, their life is very limited.
Yeah.
They goes to school, come back, karate class, this class, that class, and life is finished. And to be honest with you, because I have seen it very closely, the kids here, the British kid, I would say, but their family, because their moms, they are like friends from their childhood, so they have a different culture. They goes together for a holiday. They are going for camping and all that. But our kids, a little bit limited life for them. बट ऐसे कम्युनिटी पे आएंगे तो उनको वो भी पता चल, अच्छा यू गो टू दैट स्कूल, ओ या आई गो टू दैट स्कूल एज वेल, बट तुम्हें ये अच्छा लगता है, आई लाइक कीबोर्ड, oh I can dance, okay let's participate in one program where we can march together. It gives them more opportunity as well.
And then this is where in certain communities, suddenly if a group of people get together, suddenly they get involved into sport, whether it's a five-a-side football,
Yes.
or whether it's a small cricket team. But suddenly the interaction of people makes that life learning important, and suddenly you pick up those skills that you talk to different people. You know what the Bengali community is like. You know what the ethnicity of the various aspects of the Bengali community are, and you don't have to just worry about the Indian Bengali community, but there's so many other ethnicities as well that you can learn by meeting people and interacting with people.
And I want to add one thing as well, because I told my colleagues all about this festival, and they are so much like, they are so interested. They said, and they are like obviously proper British. They said, oh, tell us more.
Yeah.
Tell us which day we can come.
I must admit, when I was told you were coming, it was something that I was interested to learn more, because I mix with all communities and what have you, and it was always nice to know about different cultures and different communities as well. So it's very important. Listeners, we're coming to the end of my program on Radio Aapke Awaaz, www.aapkeawaaz.co.uk. A recording of this program will be available for you to listen to if there's any points that you've missed in. Just to remind you that the first Durga Pooja in Solihull will be held on the 1st and the 2nd of October 2022. And the venue is the Solihull Women's Institute, and the address is 745 Warwick Road, and that's in Solihull, postcode B913DQ. And anybody who's interested and you'd like to know more, I can give you a mobile number, which is 07914132762. So that's 07914132762. For further information, please contact that number. And obviously, there is a recording of this on our site, and we will no doubt follow the progress of how everything went on. Baisab, do you want to have final closing remarks, please?
Final remarks, I would say you are all welcome with friends and family. Please do come, make the event successful, grace it with your presence. आइए हमारे साथ एंजॉय करिए इवेंट को, और हमें और ऐसे अलग इवेंट्स करने के लिए प्रोत्साहन दीजिए. थैंक यू सो मच.
final remarks from yourself as well.
Same as Shantanu, please आइए हमारे साथ enjoy कीजिए, हमें बताइए हम कैसे और भी बेहतर हो सकते हैं, और ऐसे फ्यूचर और इवेंट्स में हमारे साथ आने के लिए आप अगर इच्छुक है तो प्लीज do tell us, and thank you for having us here.
No, thank you. Thank you both for giving up your time this evening. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I've certainly learned more. I hope my listeners have been enlightened and will no doubt take a keen interest and learn more about. Just a final reminder, the Durga Pooja will be held on the 1st and the 2nd of October 2022. This is the first one in Solihull at the Solihull Women's Institute. The address is 745 Warwick Road, Solihull B91 3DQ. If you need further information, the phone number is 07914132762. 32762. That's 07914132762. And that leads me coming up to the end of my program and giving you the closing remarks for today. Once again, thank you very much for those of you who are listening in, and please make sure that you stay safe and look after yourself. And until next week, take care and goodbye. Good evening.